Well, good morning there, ladies and germs. We got a quick little 3-minute project to tackle on our 2021 F150 Powerboostuses. I always recommend running a catch can on the 3.5 EcoBoosts, or pretty much any of the EcoBoosts. I prefer the JL Oil Separator Company brand. That's just my preference. I think they're probably the most efficient design on earth. Some people might argue that they almost work too good because it'll fill up this short jar very quickly. They do make extensions for these now, which are pretty slick. But one of the reasons why I like their installation is because they tend to build their catch can kits to install on vehicles using OEM connectors, and you don't have to modify all the PCV system. This literally just goes on. I'm not kidding when I say 3 minutes. I don't normally make videos about things that have been done 1 million times on YouTube, but I want to test out this new microphone that I got for my camera because my old microphone's been really ticking me off lately. That's my new microphone, if you can see it in the reflection on the glass there. So to put this on, our bracket is going to go right here on this stud sticking out of the cowl. We got to take this plastic or rubbery engine cover off. And then it should be just that 10 millimeter nut. Should be 10 millimeters holding this guy on, if I remember right. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go grab the power ratchet and cheat. Lately I've been buying my 10 millimeters by the 5-pack off of Amazon. They're disposable. Easy peasy. So this is the hose right here that we're going to intercept, coming from the intake manifold back to the valve cover. I don't remember if these blue locks need to be depressed or pulled. I gotta figure that out quick. There we go. So I'm just using a little flat bladed screwdriver, and we're just lifting up on that blue lock just a little bit, right like that. Try not to break it, or do break it. Yep, I done broke it. That's all right though. We're not going to reuse it. That's one thing I will always do on this channel, is if I break something, I'm not going to hide it. I'll show you that I broke it. Oh, okay, that's 100% my fault. So, you're going to lift right here. Let's do this just for a little learning experiment. So that's back locked on there. Come on. Yep. So that's it. So for future reference, so you don't do what I did, it's going to be like that, and then you're going to go like that and pull. Here's our bracket. So now that I know where the can goes on this truck, I'm probably going to buy one of their can extensions. Okay, so the hoses hoses are going to run around the back of the engine, and they're going to come underneath the 2 heater hoses. Very simple. The top of the catch can housing, if you will, is going to screw to the mount on the firewall. If you need to roll these hoses over, they do spin on the fittings. Just be careful. But they will roll and make it so you don't want these hoses all bound up, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get our screws. I am going to put the tiniest bit of blue Loctite on the screws. You'll be fine if you don't have any. Just make sure they're snug. Try not to drop the screws into the abyss of the engine bay. A lot of these newer cars, if you drop a screw like this down in the engine bay, you might as well say goodbye to it forever. Got my IKEA screwdriver. I love this thing. I have like hundreds of dollars of snap-on screwdrivers, and I actually prefer this screwdriver. So, like a dum-dum, gotta zip the bracket back off real quick so that we can tighten that screw down. I don't show you guys how to do things the right way. I just show you guys how to do things. Okay, so our catch can's mounted to the firewall. The jar, I like to call it the jar. You can call it whatever you want. This thing's kind of like an oil filter. It doesn't need to be insanely tight. It's not going to leak. If you over tighten this, all you're going to do is tear this bracket up when you go to take the can off next time. So let it bottom out, and then I might give it an 1/8 to 1/4 of a turn. That's it. It's not going to go anywhere. So we've got our hoses run around the back of the engine under the heater hoses, and then the hose with the 90-degree connector on it, this guy right here, we're going to twist. I'm gonna have to hold it. I might have to set you guys down, but this one goes to the valve cover. The connector with a 45 on it is going to go to the intake manifold. So if you hold these things, there we go. Get that one, I won't do much. There, we got a nice, that's it, she's plopped on there. This one we've got to go 180 degrees, like that. We're gonna plug him on here. There she goes. It'll make a nice click sound. What a nice clean installation. Here, around the back. This is tight, this is all tight. We'll put the cover back on. She's ready for driving. It took me longer to ramble than it did to do the job. So when you put your cover back on, there's this little bracket on the back of this cover. It's going to go into the clips on the intake manifold, and then it'll just drop onto the studs. It's pretty easy. Just like that, we're all done. Well, we gotta tighten the nuts down, but I'm gonna go get a magnet, and I'm gonna put those nuts back on with a magnet. So take your magnet, put the nut like that, set it on the stud, and then slide the magnet off of it. Ta-da! Sweet! $10 millimeters, all you need. And a magnet and a little screwdriver. So that pretty much wraps up this quick little project. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comments below. You can go ahead and laugh at me for breaking that clip. I completely understand. I'm a dumbass for doing that. And the other thing I like to hear is comments in the comments section about how useless catch cans are and that you don't need them. That's honestly not too far off of being correct. You don't have to have a catch can on your car. But I like them. So with that, we'll see y'all on the next one.